What is up, guys? My name is Ebenezer Frimpong and welcome back to another fantastic video. Now, for this video, I'm not going to beat around the bush. We're just going to hop in and get started because I know you guys are very eager to find out what the 3 keys of high ticket dropshipping are, and I haven't gotten a haircut yet, so I don't want to be on camera that long. So 3, 2, 1. I had to roll the intro first, of course, but here are the 3 keys of high ticket dropshipping. The first key is niching down as far as possible. With high ticket dropshipping, you're going to have more success going after a very specific product rather than going after an entire niche. So for example, if you told me that you want to build a store in the sports equipment niche to sell all different various types of sporting equipment, I would look at you and tell you that is the worst idea that you've ever had. You are setting yourself up for immense failure. You're going to fail. I'm sorry. That's the breaking news. You 100% need to niche down. So instead of sports equipment, let's move down to baseball equipment. You've chosen a very specific type of sport and you're going after the equipment products that relate to that sport. This is a bad idea as well, but it's much better than going after a sports equipment store. The better idea is to build a store that sells a very specific equipment, but only for a very specific sport. So a great example of that would be baseball batting cages. And I believe baseball batting cages has over 100,000 monthly searches for it. This is the type of store that you guys should be going after. Do not go broad when you're first getting started. You need to go with a very, very, very specific product type within a niche. And even with baseball batting cages, we can niche down even further. So there's indoor batting cages, outdoor batting cages, and there's also electric retractable batting cages. Those go for around $2,000 to $3,000. When you niche down to a very specific product type inside a niche, you're going to have much more success that way than trying to build the next Dick's Sporting Goods or Wayfair. No, you need to start extremely small and very specific. And once you start getting conversions and your store starts to grow, then you will niche back up. So with the baseball batting cage example, if we started a store selling electric retractable batting cages and we start getting conversions, sales are starting to come in, now we can decide, okay, we can start niching up. So then we'll move to outdoor and indoor and add those products. Then we'll start adding different types of baseball equipment. And then eventually you can add other sports equipment. The key is to niche as far down as possible when you first start and then niche back up when you start converting. The second key is to think long term. High ticket dropshipping is not a fly-by-night business model. A lot of people, when they first go into high ticket dropshipping, they're bringing their low ticket dropshipping mentality to this business model. And that's not going to work here. You see, with low ticket dropshipping, you're selling trendy products. So if you're testing a product and it doesn't work, that means the demand has gone down, the product is no longer trendy, so you need to find another product. But with high ticket dropshipping, your product is going to always be in demand. As long as someone doesn't invent a product that's going to make the product you're selling obsolete, you're completely fine. There's nothing wrong with your product. What you just need to understand is a lot of time, effort, and commitment is going to go into building your store to be successful. Think of it this way. If you were building a brick and mortar store, you wouldn't expect to get rich overnight. You would understand that there's a lot of time, commitment that you're going to have to put into that brick and mortar store to make it successful. It's the exact same thing when it comes to high ticket dropshipping. Just because your store is online doesn't mean you're going to get rich quick. It's a simple business model, but in no terms is it easy to do. You're going to have to put in the work here and be patient. That is the second key. The third key is exceptional customer service. If you get a phone call and they leave a voicemail, you need to call them back as soon as possible because you have a short window. If someone is calling to ask a question about your product, that means they have their credit card in hand. if they get their questions answered, you're close to getting that conversion. So let's say a customer calls you today and you don't return that call until 3 days later. Within those 3 days, that customer has already went somewhere else, got their questions answered, and guess what? That store has gotten that conversion. Answer your customer service line and respond to voicemails quickly. Respond to emails as soon as possible as well. You'll get a lot of questions through email. People are going to make sure they're getting the right size for the product, the right type of product. They want all their questions answered and assured and know that they're getting the right product if they're spending that much money on it. So respond to emails very quickly. Emails should be the fastest thing that you respond to every single day because as they come in, you can respond right there and then. Also, avoid making customers unhappy. It's rare, but there's going to be situations where your suppliers will make mistakes. And when your suppliers make mistakes, they will try their best to apologize to you and make up for that mistake. You need to do the exact same thing for your customers. Let's say a customer orders a product, they need it in time for a certain event or whatever it may be. And unfortunately, there's a weather event, so the product doesn't get to them in time. For instance, we recently had a hurricane on the east coast of the US. So even though it's a weather event that caused that delay, your customer is not going to understand that. They don't care. The only thing they care about is getting their product, and it was supposed to get there on time. Now it's not. You need to make that customer happy by any means necessary. Whether you need to issue them a $50 credit, go ahead and do that. I know it doesn't make sense, but apologize for the inconvenience of the hurricane, right? You need to make that customer happy because word of mouth is still very critical. If you go through great lengths to make your customers happy, they will make sure their friends and family know about it. But if you make a customer very pissed off about resolving their issue or not handling customer service professionally, they're also going to make sure their friends and family and the whole world hears about it. So those are the 3 keys to high ticket dropshipping. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and most definitely subscribe. And I'll see you next time.